Hi, I'm Nathan Bergstead with the Herald-Review, and we are at Toivo's today, and we are going to review the menu. I'm sitting here with Amy and Nikki Toivonen, the owners of Toivo's. You've now, as of, what, 2 weeks ago or so, been open a year, is that right?
Yep, July 7th was 1 year being open.
I worked for the previous two owners, so I've been at this establishment for 12 years now. The opportunity came about that it was for sale, and I called my sister-in-law knowing that she had a lot of experience in the industry and asked her if she would like to join me on this venture.
Okay. And your response?
Obviously I agreed.
What is some of your experience prior to opening Toivo's?
I've worked at a lot of different restaurants. Chili's, I was the district manager for a place called D. Bryan's down in Minneapolis. Also was a new restaurant opener for Famous Dave's.
There's a number of things here that kind of set this establishment apart in the community.
I never did.
One thing that is obvious right when you walk in are the chairs. They have different phrases on the back of them. Now, where did this idea come from?
Well, I've seen it at a bar that I've been at somewhere across the country, and we just decided that the chairs needed a little bit more, because you see these style chairs a lot in this area, and we just decided they needed to be spiced up a little bit.
Where did these phrases come from?
It was a matter of, we actually started with a list and just started brainstorming, and we literally carried a list around with us. I think most of them came about after a couple cocktails and joking around.
As some of the best things do.
Right, right.
But they're talking about kind of creative phrases and names and such, things linguistic in the restaurant world on your menu. You have a number of interestingly named burgers and sandwiches. We have the Andy, the Wingman, the Roy, the Cheesy McGee, the Sassy Nancy, the Bruiser, the LD. Where did these come from?
It's all from people that we know or experiences that we've had. The Bruiser came from a cook that we had, a previous owner. Him and I just kind of came up with it, and he thought the black and blue would be, and fighting black and blue. So he came up with the Bruiser.
Black and blue, Bruiser. Okay. What would you recommend for me?
My personal favorites change every week.
Okay.
So when you ask, it kind of depends on what mood I'm in. This week, my favorite's been the Bruiser. You can actually have it with a hamburger patty, which is a fresh patty, hamburger patty, grilled chicken breast, fried chicken breast, turkey burger, or a vegetarian burger.
And there's also a choice of compliment that goes with it as well, not just fries. What are some of those options?
We have a homemade chip, which is delicious, or we offer tater tots, fresh fruit, coleslaw. There's au gratin potatoes or baked potato all the time.
What would you recommend to go with the Bruiser then?
Tater tots for sure.
Tater tots for sure?
Tots are always a good choice.
Done. Need to get something to drink. Now, I see that you actually have expanded some of your beverage line.
Absolutely. Last week, one of our things that we decided to do for our 1 year anniversary was amp up our beer selection a little bit, so we now have 8 new beers on tap.
I see you have one called Red Hook.
Yes.
Do you think it would complement the Bruiser?
I think that beer complements burgers all the time.
I think you're probably right.
Yeah.
All right. Well, done and done.
So much people
Here it is,
for the shelves.
the Bruiser.
Summerfest.
It's a burger on Texas toast with blackened spice and blue cheese crumbles. And to complement, tater tots. Toivo's has become quite known around the community for their tater tots. So, it's really good. All right, well, let's try this burger out. The blackened seasoning and the blue cheese is a really nice mix of flavors. It's not, blackened seasoning is usually pretty spicy, so if you're not used to spicy, it might be a bit much, but it just adds a nice zing to it. But then to go along with the burger, I decided to a Red Hook ESB. ESB stands for Extra Special Bitter. It's a British style beer, and let's see how this American company makes this style. Well, that's not bad. It's not overly strong. And despite the name, not exceptionally bitter. It's for its strength, it's fairly malty. And definitely red. Okay, this is really good. You said that it was an old cook they used to, not here, but when it was the previous name.
Yep. Just kind of something we were messing around in the kitchen one day, and he put some stuff together, and it was very amazing and tasting, and he thought that it would be amazing if we put it on the menu.
Is it a pretty popular burger?
I think it is, absolutely.
If people like blue cheese, they definitely like the Bruiser.
Well, this was really good, and I thank you very much for having us.
Well, we appreciate you coming down.
Absolutely.